Hello and welcome to my how to create an assembly video. Okay, so I've got my body, I've got my main rotor, and I've got my rear rotor. What I'm going to do is, to make this a little bit easier on myself, I'm going to make my main rotor, oops, that's not what I meant to do. I'm going to make my main rotor, let's say a dark gray. Let's make it a little bit lighter than that. And I'm going to do the same thing with this, so they're not all the same color. Now, when you guys are making your helicopter, you want to use realistic, colors and stuff like that. And when you guys do your detail, you can, make the blades one color and the shaft another color or whatever. Just make it look a little bit, more realistic, and use the tools that you have to make it look better. So now I have all three of my parts. I'm going to go over here to add. And you can see I've made a couple already. It doesn't really matter. I can do another one. I'm going to go create assembly. And I'm going to right click and rename this to make my life a little bit easier. And I'm going to say helicopter assembly. All right. So now there are 4 steps. Okay. Actually, technically there's 5 steps. So let's call it 5 steps. Okay. Step 1 is inserting our parts. So step 1, we're going to choose the parts that I just made. So let's do this part, and this part. Okay, that's the helicopter base, the main rotor, and the rear rotor. And you'll see, like, once I select that, I can choose where I'm going to put it. So I'm just going to plop it down, boop, and then I can close this. Okay, so step 1 is insert. Step 2 is to fix a part. Okay, so right now this is floating. This is floating. And it's hard to see because it's running so slow. So I want this part to not move. So I'm going to come over here to helicopter body, and I'm going to say fix. Okay. Now this is not moving, and when I click on it even, it creates this little fix icon. Okay. So these are still moving, and this is still moving. Let's move that so you can see. So each one of these are still scooting. Come on, buddy. There we go. Okay. So step 1, insert. Step 2, fix. Step 3 is to create a revolute mate. Okay? Revolute mate. So I'm now going to go up here. Okay. And I'm going to go to revolute mate, and I want to choose, I'm going to try and zoom, even though this takes forever. This to, so I've chosen that to this. Okay. So I'm going to hit check. Now, when I'm going to show you something kind of cool here. I'm going to X here, and this is our animate, and you can hit play, and it should rotate for you to show you that it's moving. Okay. And so step 1, insert. Step 2, fix. Step 3, revolute. And I'm just going to do that one more time so you can see. I'm going to choose, and this time I can make it a little easier so you can see. I'm going to choose this here, so I can save some, because it's lagging really bad. And I'm going to choose right here. So what I want you to see, I did that kind of on purpose so you can see how it's inside the object. You can flip it back and forth if that ever happens to you. Okay? And then we'll hit check. Now, I can animate this also to show you that it moves. Let's hit play. And while it's playing, I can also go to here, go to trimetric, and it runs, it keeps playing, okay? All right, so step 1, insert. Step 2, fix. Step 3, revolute. And step 4, we're gonna set a gear rotation so I can make these rotate at the same time. So I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna choose this and choose this, and this is the simple part. You can change a ratio if you want this one to spin faster than this one or vice versa. But I'm gonna hit check. Now, I'm done with this and I can move on, but I told you there were 5 steps. Step 5 is to take this and animate one of them, and when you animate one of them, they both move. I want you to take a Snagit video of this doing this, so you can turn this into Google Classroom. Okay? Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.